I had a buddy whose great grandmother moved in with his family when she got old enough. She lived on her own until she was solidly in her mid 90s. Like, lived by herself, didn't have anything or anybody. Just like she had grandkids, my buddy's mom and her sister nearby, but otherwise it was just her. But then she finally got to where she couldn't get around and she moved in with him. These are just a couple of stories because we'd go by his house to hang out or on our way to do something. And I remember one time I come over and he's on his laptop doing something. He's like, "Yeah, man, just have a seat, watch whatever you want on TV. I'm working on something." And his great grandmother was in there sitting. And I'm sitting there watching TV, not paying much attention, and she starts talking. And she was really friendly, but she had a little bit of dementia because she just always asked what the weather was like, what day it was. Because at a lot of times, like even on her birthday, they had to tell her how old she was. And she'd always want something to eat, and they'd have to turn her down because she'd already eaten. But on her birthday, they fed her whenever she wanted to eat. Anyway, she starts talking to him and just laying into him, just yelling at him. And I turn and she's just like, "I'd be ashamed." She keeps saying that over and over and over again, and I don't understand what she's mad about. I thought, was she mad he wasn't talking to me? What's going on? No, what it was she was not happy he was on a laptop and me, a visiting guest, didn't have one too, because that's insulting apparently to not give your guest a laptop. Not that I cared. And he finally said, "Dude, will you just grab that laptop and pretend to use it so she'll shut the hell up?" And she did, but I always thought that was funny because it was something that wasn't that big of a deal at all. Like, if you come to my house, I have one laptop. I can't let you use another one because I only got one. And then another time I came by and she came in there and I was reading something they had, and she starts getting on to him again, saying he needed to turn the light on so I could read better. And I could see just fine, but she was laying into him. And both of those are just pretty funny. She's a nice lady. His mom even took her to the mall one time, and I was in there, and she just pushed her wheelchair to a seat at the food court and just left her there. I said, "She's fine with that." She said, "That's what she wanted to do. She just wanted to sit at the food court and watch people go by." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." I said hello to her and she just smiled. But those are just some of the fun stories of his great grandmother.